What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Algorand today at the request of Depth Life. And a few of you, there's actually been a lot of you who have requested Algorand over the past week, so happy to oblige. Hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this, my friends, and let's get into it. Here we are sitting at about 41.1 cents, up 26% this week already. 16 hours, 31 minutes left in the week to close. I have a feeling you're probably going to close with a nice bullish engulfing candle here. I don't know about you guys, but I think you will. Picking up some volume, a little bit of volume above average volume, more volume than you saw last week already. 3-day time frame here. Volume actually doesn't look like it's picking up. It looks like it's dying off, to be completely fair. But over the past couple of days or past couple 3-day periods, we did have above average volume still. If we're looking at the RSI on the 3-day time frame, bouncing off of the 50 here, finding higher lows, relative higher lows, looking good here, definitely. I think you would move up from here, right? It just kind of looks like higher lows, higher lows, higher lows, higher highs, higher highs, higher highs, kind of a protruding example there or instance there. We could move up to the top of the zone, form some kind of lower high. Maybe we disrespect the range entirely, something like that. Maybe it doesn't happen that fast, and maybe we're moving out, maybe it's something like this going out into February. That could happen as well. But either way, I wouldn't be surprised if this was some kind of lower high just based off the channel. I'm not anticipating that you actually break out like you did last time. I think that you will find resistance on this channel going forward. But time will tell, if not in the channel, somewhere around it, but that likely would take you to prices that are higher than this. If we're looking at Algorand for what it is, it's definitely in some kind of bull flag, right? And this bull flag here, the measure move would take you all the way up to about $1.75. You're at 41 cents now. That's not impossible. That is a little bit above average compared to what I expect most of the market to do, but Algorand could outperform most of the market. Let's look at Algorand real quick. ALGO, USD, compared to others. I want to do that. Actually, let's do, I've done this before. We'll do others compared to ALGO. That's what we'll do. So if this goes down, that means Algorand's going to outperform the majority of the market, okay? So recently it did. It actually outperformed most of the market in November to December, right? In that beginning part of November to the very beginning of December. It did outperform most of the market. On this corrective phase that we've had throughout most of December, it seems that most of the market had a better correction. But if Algorand moves up more than most of the market, it might have more of a down move. So then it'll outperform the market here and then underperform the market here. But then whenever we come back to moving up again, it might outperform the market. I suspect it does, which would imply that you go lower. On a weekly time frame, you've gone below your 123 moving average, back tested it for resistance. Definitely a good sign that you go lower. If we take a relative low here to a relative high here, you hit your 1272 perfectly. Back up here, kind of deep for a retracement, but the fact that you're back below the 886 is encouraging that you go lower. Next target would be 618 to 527 billion dollars, something like that. Again, this is others versus Algorand. I'm sorry. So that'd be a 30 to 41% loss, something like that. I don't know. This would imply then that Algorand does outperform most of the market. So yes, I would say, if Algorand wanted to, that dollar, what was it, $1.70 target? I mean, it could happen. It could happen, because what would that would be from the current price? That'd be about a 4x. I'm expecting most of the market over the coming month and a half to do anything from a 2x to a 3x. So doing a 4x definitely is outperforming the market, which makes sense again because this chart here, I'm going to move this over here. This chart here, it makes sense that it would go lower. Even at these minimum expectations, this kind of growth or decay versus the others chart, or others versus Algorand, to be completely fair. This is just kind of your minimum expectation, let alone if it goes lower than that. And you really could see Algorand, I think, at $1.70 or higher. You really could. It's very possible. Looking at this on a weekly basis, from a relative high here to relative low there, a relative high to the consolidation phase here to the relative low there. Your 1618 here lines up very well with the 1886. That's all the way at $1 psychological resistance right there at $1, and it's on your golden ratio and your 1886. You also have resistance back here in the charts, support, resistance there. It's that dollar range. Of course, you're probably going to find resistance there. I bet you move up to $1, you probably pull back and find support at 84 cents or maybe down at 71 cents, something like that, and then you continue sorry, you continue moving up to about $1.60 If not, maybe even above $1.70, maybe move up to $2.15. So I like this. I like this. Maybe let's say 250 to $1.60 area, more refined a little bit, like 215 to $1.65, somewhere in that area. I like that zone as a potential end of this move, right? Where this move is going to end. Not the end of the cycle, just the end of this move. If not there, if not at least $1.65 to 215, then the minimum given target I would have by the time February ends would be about $1. About $1, but likely you're above there, right? So you're at 41 cents now, about $1's average for what the average crypto would do. So that's nothing to be ashamed of as far as like overall growth goes between now and the end of February. But if you do continue to move between now and the end of February a little bit past that above average growth, you could see $1.20, $1.30, $1.60 makes sense, $1.65, even prices above $2 could make sense as well. But that's all I got for you guys. If you like the video, hit that like button. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this. I suppose we can look at the ribbon real quick just for funsies. Looking at the monthly, not so encouraging. Actually, to be completely fair, it does look encouraging. It looks like you want to get above it, which is nice. You're just not really in a position to flip it yet, but flipping it will be very exciting. It's a monthly time frame, so who knows, man. By the time the cycle's over, maybe you get that flip and then you pull back to the cross for your bear cycle. I don't know, maybe. But getting a flip would be a very bullish thing, but you're very far away from that in a time perspective. Weekly looks great. 3-day time frame, phenomenal, beautiful. Daily time frame, yes, you're getting that expansion out of here. So cool, all good things, looking like you want to move up nonetheless, right? Even at the average pace, even if you move at the average pace of the average coin, you would likely break $1 on this next move. But there's real potential to go up above $1.50, even upwards to $2. So I'll see you on the next one, guys. Hit that like button. Bye-bye.